Welcome back to Universal Journey Talk, part 3 of episode 2. But that's kind of like my overall thing is that when you start to break down like your life in general, we're taught at a very young age, so many social skills and how the world works and things like that. And yes, many of those things, of course, you have to abide by. But I do think the way that you think in your mind, though, is where your true self is. That's the one that thinks for itself and doesn't just do it because I'm told like this is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of very just big on that because I feel that's how you develop your own like strong individuality. Your own once again authentic personality and stuff. Because you're coming up with your own ideas. I mean, it's always great to have other people's influences and stuff like that. But you like I decide in my mind what I feel is right or wrong or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, like when when you look at it, when we ask these questions, why do people do this? Why do people do that? You know what I mean? And I think like anything, I think in the end, kind of like what like Dad used to always say, don't worry about what other people are doing, just worry about what you need to be doing. I think that's really sums it up because if you think about it, like you just said, from childhood and everything we watch, really we're all brainwashed. That's basically what's going on. And I think when we're talking about having awakenings or being conscious of things, it's just really just being aware that we have been in some systematic platform of society, and that's the way it's been imprinted. And the only way to really get at it is really just go by what resonates with you. You know what I mean? And like always in research and then go by your own like what your heart tells you. A lot of things. It's not always got to read a book as it is. Sometimes you just go by what you feel.
yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. Go by what you feel. Speaking of that, and this is getting me thinking about this. I posted about this a little bit on Facebook. Once again, talking about people that maybe have their own strong sense of what that how they do things. Now, of course, when you're like a public figure, you're going to get scrutinized from left to right, all the time. Doesn't matter what you do. So it's almost like you can't win, and that's why you just got to be yourself. But there's now I don't know enough about this whole issue, but now you and I can relate to this because we're both into MMA a lot and stuff. Gina Carano. I don't know if you heard this about her. So now that she's on the Mandalorian, Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, I like it. Actually, I like it a lot. But so on her social media, for one thing, she's always been kind of like, I guess, more and more considered, like a strong female representative, whatever, for to inspire and stuff. But it's kind of strange because I've been finding all this stuff like recommended on YouTube about her, how she they're like, oh well, if you're going to be like a strong female character and stuff, there should be certain things that you shouldn't be posting on your Twitter, or you shouldn't be talking about this, or you shouldn't be talking about that. Like a lot of people are coming down on her, actually trying to get her fired. Like they started like this whole thing, whatever and stuff. And this is one of the things that got me thinking about this too, about fear and how like that mob mentality kind of starts off with social media. So basically, I'm just trying to put it all together. But so it's kind of like once again, there's this way that they feel, well, a strong female character representative should be interested in these things, or why aren't you interested? Like for instance, and I'm just making this up. I don't remember. I don't think that this is what she said. But like for instance, when everything was really big about like Black Lives Matter, and a lot of like celebrities were putting up stuff in regards Black Lives Matter and support and this and that and the other thing. I don't think I don't think this was her regarding that, but you know, she just didn't bother. You know, she wasn't interested in it, and you know, that's her prerogative. You know what I mean?
Right. That doesn't mean judge
right.
or say that.
But here's the thing. So because she didn't support, you know, stuff like that, and like I said, I don't know if it was the Black Lives Matter, but other things and other events that you know, the general public or fans or whatever expect you to kind of put up, she wasn't interested. And she got slammed so much with like, well, then what are you, racist and all this other stuff? And then they all started like you know, just like, you know, just hitting her from left and right when they were starting to, you know, all these like, you know, like campaigns to try and, you know, have her removed from you know, the Mandalorian and stuff. And I, for myself, actually, I respect her. I respect the fact that it's her Twitter account. She can write whatever she wants on it. It's her, you know, Instagram. She can write whatever she wants on it. You can't tell her what to do with her accounts. It's her.
Right. Well,
you
like
see what I'm
anything,
saying?
I mean, was she doing something that was being disrespecting or disrespectful to someone else?
Well, here's the thing.
If everybody else is just giving their opinion, that's why, like, hey, let's be real. Like, most opinions, you know, are like other people's rear ends. They usually stink.
Yeah.
And again, like, people need to really worry about what they need to be doing instead of what everybody else is doing, because you know, that's half the issue in the world. Everybody's so fixated on what everybody else is doing, and it's all about that judging. Judge this person. What are they doing? Waiting for you to mess up so they can judge it. You know what I mean? And that tells you right there. It's like putting all your time and energy on what everybody else is doing, but then you have to ask yourself, like, what are you doing? You know, and like that mentality. How would you like if someone sits there going to judge you all day? You know, like usually the person that's always judging everybody else, if you look at that person and see how they're living and all these things, you'll know that, well, they're very imperfect as well. So why are we judging? Like, you know?
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's kind of what, you know, I kind of is it. Well, going along with that, yeah. Well, for one thing, what you said about her, you know, was she like attacking anyone or something like that, whatever. From everything that I looked at, no, it was just. But here's what happened. Anything that she wrote, they were kind of almost like twisting it and using it against her. Like, for instance, I think what kind of started this was, all right, she had a picture. Now, if you go on you know, YouTube, you'll see both sides. Everyone that's for her and that, yeah, you know, you stand up for yourself. And then there's all the other ones that are posting about, see how much of a hypocrite she is and how terrible she is. So you can get both sides, you know?
There's always going to be, that's why in the end, no matter what, hey, be authentic. And because the reality is, there's always going to be people, you know, haters out there. But the reality is, there's always going to be people that will support you because they can they can resonate. I mean,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
you know, I think like even with this topic, you know, not that I know, you know, any information about what you know, but it seems like she's being judged because she's playing a character, and they're saying to play this character, you have to in real life be a certain way. We're already got off the topic. We already lost track of what this is a movie. No matter what, she's playing a part. So if I play let's say like Denzel Washington when he played in Training Day, you know, the corrupt cop. Should he be a corrupt person and really should he be a riffraff?
Right.
a real gangster so he can play that part?
Right.
Like you know, so it's like, hey, look, man, should he be getting should he be getting messages and things about like, oh, and get flack for not really being like that in real life?
Right.
That wouldn't make sense. So see, right there, people already got lost touch with reality. This is a show. It's a movie. In fact, it's directed by Disney. So like if you can't separate the two, then the question is, you really have to start asking what's wrong with you.
Well, yeah, right, totally. Well, I'm not sure if the argument is about like, oh, she plays a certain character, now she has to act like the character. I'm not sure if that's what the argument is. What I'm just saying is, it seems more.
Even if you said her character is a strong character, either way.
Well,
Maybe she's nothing like that, even though she's pretty strong in real life. So she's that many. She's a
yeah,
fighter, crying out loud.
yeah.
So if anyone can play that part, I'm pretty sure she can play it pretty well. You know what I mean? I'm sure out of many other people, she's like one of the closest to playing that part.
Yeah.
In real life.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, what I think, once again, I think what they're basically kind of just saying is that if she wants to represent being, a strong female, like a strong female person, for the representing strong, female characters or whatever, that there's certain things that she should be doing. And so coming back to what I was saying is that I don't think anyone should tell her how to be a strong female, anything, how to be strong at all. In other words, she is strong. Actually, I find her to be more strong as a real character, real person, because she's not letting people tell her what to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's like, no, like, I don't care how you think with the type of person you think I'm supposed to be. She's like, I am going to be authentic and I am going to do whatever. And so she hasn't, like bent the knee or anything like that,
Right. And like anything, I mean, imagine we did what everybody told us to do.
You can't win.
Yeah, or you could end up dead.
Yeah, right.
or you would live your career and everything, or life would be totally different if we did what everybody else thinks we should do. Like, that's why, like, you do what works for you, and what you resonate with, and it's that simple. Like, if you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're giving respect, and other than that, people, like I said, usually, haters, they'll be there a lot of times, half the time, and you take it, I'm not saying, but a lot of times I'm saying like this: if someone ain't hating, then maybe you should question, am I doing something right? Am I not doing something right? Because usually when you're doing something right, there's always going to be haters, So
that's one way. At least
that's
true.
one way to look at it.
Right.
Only worry when there's no hater. That's when you start going, maybe I'm not doing something.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody hating.
Right.
When you're hating, yeah, I'm doing my thing.
Right.
And you kind of see that in life. When you're trying to achieve things, there's always going to be a challenge. There's always going to be challenges and people challenging you. And just like, and a lot of times it's like karma. It can be karmic relationships, and people don't understand. Maybe why are these people in my life, or or they're so hard on me, or whatever. But a lot of these people are there to put you in and give you these challenges, so you can be, you know how to navigate yourself through life and be stronger and sense know how to work around these things.
Yeah. And I also definitely think that I think a big issue with, like, anyone that's always so, I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, anyone that's always kind of so interested in what everyone else is doing, that makes me think, because they're coming from an insecure place. Like, if they're just a busybody in everyone else's business, and also, like, it's one thing to be, interested in things because you care about someone or whatever. And there's another thing to be interested because you want to find out the dirt on them. You know what I mean? Whatever. So when you get those type of people, and there's a lot of people like that, they just want to know, oh, did you hear that so-and-so, whatever? Mm-hmm. I found that out or whatever. And it's like, what are you doing? So you're basically just passing around, stuff to hurt people's, reputations and stuff like that. Like, what's the end goal? And I think the end goal is, a lot of it still comes from, they're personally empty, they're insecure, and they feel better when they know that other people are screwing up too. You know?
And we know this.
It makes it feel better,
Hey, look, we can all experience many of these things ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody, I'm sure has jealous moments and, envy.
Sure.
And it's out there, and you'll see it. So a lot of times, if someone's hating on you, sometimes you know why. So it's like, you wouldn't naturally come down to their level. They're the ones that are hurting inside for whatever reasons, and have these insecurities, and if anything, really pray for them. Like, it's because in the end, is it really going to hinder and stop you from being you and who you are? As long as you keep doing and just keep moving forward, and don't let it hold you back.
Yeah.
As long as you keep moving, that's it. As long as you just gotta keep it moving.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up, because you always see it, especially with like Hollywood, or anytime you're someone that's just out there and in whether it's in in the movies or acting, or you're just your face is um, oh, that was that's dinner time, but
Hey.
that was my signal. But like anything, when you're a part of the industry, you notice there's always people out there that'll attack you for every little thing. That's what a lot of these, I mean, that's what some of these people just do,
Yeah, I know.
and people get paid, dude. And, always what actor or actress we could find dirt on, and you see all these. It's most of the media and stuff. It's all gossip. You know what I mean? And everybody knows how destructive gossip can be. So
Yeah.
as long like anything, as long as we see what's going on and remain be your authentic self. And I mean, look a lot of some of these artists that are very controversial in many ways, but eventually people they move on and people forget, and they look like as great people anyway.
All right. So anyway, we kind of ran out of time. So I guess we'll kind of move forward. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that. There was a couple other things I had in mind, but it doesn't matter. We got plenty more episodes to go. So so that was pretty much it. Once again, we want to thank everyone for people left comments. I'm very new to this, and we're going to start answering your comments right here on the channel. So we'll probably do that for our next episode and stuff. So just keep throwing out the love, and keep putting out that positive energy, everyone. And that's it. We will see you all next time, right?
Awesome.
All right.
See you guys later. Peace. Good stuff.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Stay healthy. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Give us a like. We'll be replying to your comments in our next episodes. We post almost daily, so subscribe to keep up with the latest.